Welcome back, everybody. This is Yoshi. I'm just here to talk about some changes in my ticks. I believe due to the heat wave that went on about almost like 3 weeks ago now, it changed my sensitivity from being that of, being affected by cold temperatures to being affected by, now the heat. So it's becoming a real big hassle because uh, I'm actually not even sure if I'm still affected by the cold or not. It seems like, now when I'm in cooler environments, I can relax, and when I'm in hotter environments, I get all tickish. And it's just annoying because it's getting hot here, Every week, it's like there's at least a few triple digit days, and then the rest, it's in the 90s. So it's always hot, and it doesn't cool down until really late in the night. So I'm like, and there's been a few days where I did have some ticks, and even when I, smoked a good bit and I drank a little, I still had some ticks, and it was hard not to, flip over a table since it's gonna end up being one of my ticks, flipping over tables. I keep having the urge to do that, and I've been, doing my best. Been good, suppressing them as much as possible when I don't have medication to help keep it away. But I mean, I can only do so much, so much willpower before, your mental walls break and you're just taking up a storm. And I'm hoping that, the cold doesn't affect me as much, so when I'm in like Colorado during the wintertime, it's more enjoyable and I'm not like, constantly ticking, but even if that isn't the case, if I'm in Colorado, at least I can get, tons of cannabis as much as I need. Um, Next year, California is going to have recreational dispensaries, so that's going to be good. Next time we come back, it's going to be easier to get, and you won't have to have as much of the same hassle as having now trying to get cannabis, and that'll be good for Richard as well. He'll be able to sleep. He hasn't slept for several days now, and this is his norm, kinda. But usually when in Colorado, with all the weed, he's able to get some sleep. Um, but with the ticks, I don't. I just gotta find, a new way to approach the heat, in order to keep myself from ticking too much when I'm out and about traveling. Going back to Colorado, um, in August. So you just gotta we have to get back and you know get back to getting cannabis instead of boozing it all the time because it's just not working. Uh, California was, I mean, California's pretty, but most places the people are shit. Majority of the people are shit. You got a small percentage of really nice people, but I don't know, something about California. People don't want to say hi or look at you or talk to you. In Colorado, especially in Fort Collins, that's a whole different story. You could be walking down the street, smiling at people, saying hi, and people smile and say hi back. But here, it's like nobody knows what that's like, and it's just so different. You know, where being in a place where people aren't friendly and being in a place where people are. I don't know. I like the places where people are friendly because makes you feel like you're a human as well. And when you're in places where people aren't friendly, it's just you feel alienated, even though it's like their norm not to say hi to anyone. It's just a feeling of alienation, I guess. Got some decent indica right here. It smells like sour diesel, but it seems like All the weed I've been getting, it smells like sour diesel. I don't think all of it is, but it's been really good for my ticks. Um, though usually like the diesel strains I know are really good for my ticks. Most strains seem to have actually helped with my ticks. Besides, the high CBD strains which don't really help my ticks, but everything else seems to. I mean, there's been occasionally where I find ones that don't help at all, ones that only help the tick urges, and ones that only help, the actual ticks, and I still have the urge to tick, but won't tick. It's weird, but it's not that often that I run across them, and I usually try not to get them again if I know the names of the strains. I've been trying to get into making other kinds of videos. I got a few other channels. Um, one about religion and politics, one about cannabis. One I did try to make a long time ago was a podcast for Tourette's syndrome. I'm gonna try to get back into that. Um, this is my fourth channel underneath uh, this email address. And then I got another one which I'm making with Richard called Prophets of the Road. That's gonna be just like a random podcast of, pretty much just recording our conversations about various topics and letting the world know. I mean, we always have, decently deep and political conversation, so I was thinking, why not, make a podcast and see how that goes. Um, I'll put some links. I'll put a link to at least that one if anyone wants to check it out. Um, I guess that's pretty much all for the update. Oh wait, question. I was wondering if anyone else had the same issue where um, your susceptibility to various temperatures changes, and because I have heard some people with Tourette syndrome, they're affected by the heat more than the cold, or the cold more than the heat. And I was wondering if anyone else who has experienced a change due to an extreme uh, short period of temperature, or a period of extreme or short, uh, a period of a temperature that's extreme, but only for a short time. Like a heat wave, or a cold wave where it lasts for a week and then it breaks. And I'm just wondering if that has happened to anyone else, because this is the first time this has happened to me, and for a long time I thought I would just be affected by the cold, and just be able to deal with warm places. I just kept myself hot so I wouldn't get cold. But now it's the opposite. Gotta try to keep myself as cool as possible. But I think maybe the cold still affects me. It's it's all getting kind of confusing. I'm still trying to figure out what is going on at the moment, and just gotta eventually figure out by testing, being in really hot, being outside during really hot times, and then making myself really cold to see what affects me more. Should probably try eating a lot of ice cream, since that rapidly cools down my core temperature. Usually, if you eat a bunch of ice cream, it makes me cold, and then I want to take again, which is why I will say ice cream is somewhat my enemy because of that. But if it changes and I'm not affected by the cold anymore, then I'll definitely be digging in on a lot more ice cream. This is the end. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope Hope all is well for all my other Tourette friends.